Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Big Bopper. I don't know if you're like me. You're probably not, because I'm a little bit different than normal people. I hate the summertime. I hate it. I hate it. The only thing moderately good about the summertime is that women are walking around with very little clothing on. That's not bad, you know? Ladies, stay out there and give your curves some air. I don't mind at all. They tell me the sun's good for me. It's good for burning my bald head and having my scalp peel for 2 weeks. That's just wonderful. And the sweat, oh my God, the sweat of the world comes out of me. The sweat just oozes out of me every second in the summertime. In school, my arms would get so sweaty, all the papers on my desk would stick to them. Whenever you ask people where they want to go on vacation, they always say somewhere tropical like Cancun or Hawaii, maybe the Dominican Republic or the Caribbean, of course. Not me. No way. I want to go where the cruise ships can't run because there's ice everywhere. I want to go as far north as possible. Take me to the North Pole, please. Bopper wants to go chill with Santa Claus for a while. I run hot, man. I need ice around me at all times. People say, oh, I need to sunbathe on my vacation. Hey, listen, I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. I'll just sunbathe on the iceberg with the polar bears. That's where you're going to find me sunbathing. Thank God I got central air. Most of my time in the summer is laying down on the floor with my head right near the vent with the dog. Me and Toby like to suck in that air, baby. Me and Toby don't go out till the sun goes down. Then we go out for a nice walk like 10:30 till midnight. It's funny, now with all this social distancing and everything, it seems like people are becoming more like me. They go out at nighttime now. I see entire families out there having picnics at nighttime and stuff. 5-year-old kids up at midnight. It's great. I love it. I think I started a trend, man. See, I'm an extrovert. That means I gotta go out. I gotta go out and see the people. Last night I met a cool Indian family. I had them laughing so hard. I tripped over one of those parking blocks. You know, those concrete parking blocks? I went into one of those slow motion stumbles. The ones you try to catch yourself by starting to run. I thought I could catch myself the first 2 steps, but it turns out I can't run very fast anymore. So for the next 3 or 4 steps, I knew I was going down for sure. I should have just fell on my face right away. It would have saved a lot of time, a lot of effort, and possible injury. My face is all tough and beat up like a catcher's mitt. I could take a lot of hits to the face, but I'll pull a hammy or hyperextend a knee trying to catch myself. The kids at the picnic table, they laughed so hard they fell off. I thought they were gonna die or hyperventilate or something. I've never killed anybody with laughter, but hey, it would be good for my resume. It's always fun to watch somebody fall though, isn't it? It's always a nice treat to watch somebody go down hard. Even my own mother. If I see her fall, I will laugh uncontrollably for like 30 seconds. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a bad person or anything, but when you gotta laugh, you gotta laugh. That's just the way it is. After I'm done laughing and I take another 10 or 20 seconds to catch my breath, then I'll go over and help her up or make sure she's not paralyzed or anything like that. I'm a good son, you know? But I don't have a good memory. I don't have a good memory at all. I don't even know what day it is half the time. I can't even tell you my phone number. I gotta look it up. Remember back in the day when you could remember 12 phone numbers off by heart? Now I can't even remember my own. One time, no word of a lie, I forgot my phone, my wallet, and my lunch bag on the bus during a 1-week period. Every day I'd come home, guess what, Dad? And he knows. He knows me, right? He goes, what did you lose this time? The Grand River Transit Lost and Found box has my name on it now. I blame Bob Marley. Yeah, he relaxes me, makes me feel good, but he also makes me fat with the munchies, and he makes me forget everything. I always take the dog off the leash when we get away from the road. Then I'll lose the leash somewhere. I'll spend the whole walk trying to find the leash again. I've lost my keys so many times, I just hang them on a nail inside the fence now. At least I know where my keys are. I lose socks in the laundry every week. One time I went for a walk and lost 1 sandal. How the hell do you lose 1 sandal? I'll find a way, trust me. I'll lose anything. If you want something lost, just give it to me. But I can't lose weight. How's that for a kick in the balls? When I think about it though, I don't really want to lose weight. People say I should all the time. Oh, you should lose weight. You'll feel better. Listen, what do you think? You think I want to be the medium-sized bopper? No, that's not going to work for my persona. It took me 10 years to get this persona going. I can't lose it now. No way. I'm the Big Bopper, and I'll be the Big Bopper till I die, baby. My nickname's always had the word big in it. That's one thing that's been consistent through my whole life. My nickname has had the word big, and it's always rhymed with my current nickname. When I was the butcher, they called me the Big Chopper. When I worked at Burger King, they called me the Big Whopper. When I was door security at the bar, they called me the Big Stopper. When I used to jump off the high dive, they called me the Big Flopper. When I worked on a farm one summer, they called me the Big Cropper. Back when I was delivering pizzas, they called me the Big Topper. When I wanted to be a police officer, they called me the Big Copper. When I go to the grocery store, they called me the Big Shopper. When I was a custodian, they called me the Big Mopper. Last but not least, my ex-girlfriend was way too big, so I had to drop her. I need somebody to watch movies with. I'm a movie buff. I love movies. That's what me and the folks do too. We just sit there and watch movies every day. Every night about 7:30, 8 o'clock, it's movie time. But they piss me off sometimes. The movies get me mad. Real quiet, like a whisper. And you got to turn the volume way up. Then all of a sudden the action scene hits and blows your speakers and your eardrums. Can we have a leveling of the volume in these movies, please? Same with the commercials for TV. Commercials drive me crazy. The commercials, I swear to God, are at least 50% louder than the show you're watching. I think they want to make sure you can hear the commercial when you go to the bathroom or the refrigerator. One night I flicked around 14 different shows. They were all on commercial at the same time. I threw my controller against the wall. I said, forget it. PVR and Netflix. That's all I do now. I miss my favorite show, though. One of my favorite shows of all time. The Hoarders. Remember the Hoarders? Oh, God, the dirty Hoarders. They make me sick and make me laugh all at the same time. There's nothing worse in the world than a dirty hoarder. They're sick. They're sick individuals. They've turned their houses into a landfill. And then they sit there and they cry about it. Oh, I just don't know how it got to be this bad. Hey, let me give you a hint, you moron. If you're not utilizing a garbage can somewhere in the house, things are going to build up a little. You're not letting me sort my things. That's when I'll grab the hoarder by the back of their head and slam it down into a pile of crap. I say, listen, you've had 14 years to sort this, honey. If you're going to sort it now, you're going to sort it with your teeth. Go cry in the backyard. I'll take care of it. I really do love people, but most of them are very stupid. That's like at the drive-thru. When you're alone and you order like 4 large coffees or something, they go, would you like a tray with that? No. I was going to practice my juggling act. Yeah, I just wanted to balance all these coffees on my nose while I drive home. I should say, hey, why don't you stand back 10 feet and just throw them at my head? Hey, yo, Mick, I think we're training pretty good, you know? You didn't train rock. You trained like a bum. Well, you know, I had 64 fights. 64 fights. You see that nose? 64 fights. I never broke that nose, so I'm very proud of that. Well, I bet you I could break your nose, Sylvester, because I would just give you an uppercut and jam your nose bone up into your brain. Because I always talk to the doctors, and they always told me, they always said if I can jam the nose bone up into the brain, then the chance of my opponent getting back to his feet are very slim. Mike, why you always gotta be so crazy? Mike Tyson taught me all about boxing. I'm not very good, though. I'm much better at running. I'll leave you guys with one of my classic bits everybody seems to love a lot. It's called the Sesame Street Smoke Fest. Because I always have this dream every time I smoke myself to sleep. I have this dream that I'm the guest host of Sesame Street. Tell me that wouldn't be the greatest episode of all time. I came to find out the entire place is infested with marijuana. Oscar's selling it out of the garbage can. Oscar's standing on 25 pounds in that garbage can. Big birds to look out on the rooftops. Elmo is the runner boy out on the corner. Elmo's the ultimate roller. Elmo can roll with one hand, and he will never crease a paper not once in his life. And he starts it off every afternoon. Ooh, ha, ha, Elmo like Mary Jane. Elmo would pass it off to the count. 1 pop, 2 pop, 3 pop, 4, 20, Then the count and pass it off to Bert and Ernie. They were sitting in the tub. Ernie would grab it right away. He always tried to hide it from Bert. Hey, Bert. No way, no pot for you, Bert. Hey, Bert. How many wieners are in the tub, Bert? Ernie'd pass it off to the Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster hits it hard, bro. C is for cannibals. It's good enough for me. Then other characters would just start showing up out of nowhere, man. Yogi Bear would come in. Hey, what do you say there, Bopper? Do you want to have a pot picnic? Then my favorite of all time was sitting there already rolling another one. The Swedish chef is already rolling another joint, man. Hurdy birdie birdie, first we roll the weed, and then we make a smoky. Last but not least, the potheads for life. Shaggy and Scooby walk in the room. Shaggy grabs her right away. Like who? Like who's your best friend in the world, Scoob? Oh, you are, Shaggy.